Hello guys, I am Pritam Pastar. Today I am going to start our first lecture on the geotechnical engineering, that is origin of soil. We all know what is a soil. In a construction material, we define soil as a basic construction material which is used for the construction, which is used for the construction of a buildings or etc. Whatever it may be. But in geotechnical engineering, we define soil as a soil is a material which is formed by physical disintegration and chemical decomposition of rock or any organic material. That is called soil. Soil means which is formed by the basic rock disintegration, physical disintegration of rock or chemical decomposition of the organic material. That is called soil. Due to physical disintegration and chemical weathering, there are two types of soil. One is organic soil or another is inorganic soil. The organic soil is called as cumulose soil. Generally, the cumulose soil is used for the farming. Cumulose soil is best soil for the irrigation purpose in the farming. Okay, there are a few examples of the organic soil, that is peat, humus, and muck. Let us see what is the geological cycle of the soil. How soil is formed. There are chain, that is weathering, transportation, decomposition, and upheaval. Let us see one by one what is it. Weathering. We know what is weathering. There are so many climate changes in our earth. Due to climate change or weathering means raining or summer, monsoon, anything. Due to changes in our weathering, various actions happen on the rock or any organic material. Then it decomposes or disintegrated, soil formed. Then transportation. What is transportation? Transportation means the movement of the soil from one place to another place by wind or any other action, by wind or by water, by ice, etc. Any other mode of transportation. That is transportation. According to transport mode of the transportation, the soil is classified in various types. We will say later on. In this chapter, we will see what is the transportation or transported soil or residual soil, how it forms, what is the properties of soil, which are the various properties acted on the soil. Let us see first, that is physical. There are two types of weathering, that is chemical weathering and physical weathering. First, physical weathering. Let us see what is the physical weathering. It is due to physical effect like temperature, abrasion, weathering action, ice penetration of the plants and tools. We know what is physical. Physical means if we want to mine somewhere, we want to mine somewhere. If while mining we blast some rocks. While blasting, the rocks are disintegrated, that is physically disintegrated, and form some fine material. That is fine material is known as soil. That is a physical effect. Due to temperature, due to high temperature, soil shrinks or the rock shrinks, whatever it may be. The actions of the physical actions acting on a rock, that is formed, then soil will formed. That is physical weathering results change in, there is no change in chemical composition, particles, etc. It produces coarse grained and or cohesive soil. We all know, due to physical disintegration, due to physical action, the soil will not becomes very fine. Soil will becomes coarse or cohesionless. Cohesionless means the intermolecular force of attraction between the two soil particles. The intermolecular Cohesion means we all know the intermolecular force of attraction between two similar molecules or different molecules. Different molecules, it is adhesion property. But in that case, we are studying about the soil. There is a cohesion. Cohesion means the attraction between the two similar particles. Okay, it produces the physical integration. Disintegration produces the soil like gravel and sand. We know the gravels. What are the gravels? The size of a particle which is more than the 20 mm or 10 mm, 20 mm, that are the gravels. Then sand, we all know what is the sand, where the size of material which is less than 4.75 mm, that is known as sand. That is concrete technology part, but we have to we should know what is the sand and gravel, etc. Then next part is chemical weathering. It is due to chemical actions like oxidation, hydration, carbonation, solution, leaching, or hydrolysis. There are various chemical actions or chemical weathering acting on a rock or any organic material. That is the example: oxidation, hydration, carbonation, solution, leaching, etc. Original rock minerals are transported into clay minerals. By the physical weathering, original rock converted into clay mineral. Then some chemical weathering happens on it and acts on it, and then form it. Then it forms the fine material that is known as the clay or soil. The soil itself, organic material itself, becomes a silt or a clay. That is another part. Original rock, it results the fine grained soil. Example of clay. There are various example of clay. Residual soil. These are not example of clay. There are two types of soil, that is residual soil. When a weathering action occurs on a rock and it stay, if it stay as if it stay on its own place, then that is known as the residual soil. It doesn't transport from one place to another place. That is residual soil. Their soil remains on the parent rock without getting transported. That is, we return it. Black cotton soil or laterite soil. Laterite soil and black cotton soil are residual soils which are not transported from one place to another place because of their very fine soil and very clay type soil. And these are the very expansive and very and these soils are not good for the construction. Okay. Sedimentary soils. These are particles created at one location, transported and finally deposited in another location. The transportation of soil from one place to another place, that is known as the sedimentary soils. And according to their transportation mode, there are classification of various soils. Let us see one by one. That is source of transportation or a deposition, type of a soil. River. If soil is transported by river or water from one place to another place, that is known as the alluvial soil. These contents are very important for our MCQs or objection type questions in our exam or in any exam or WRD like SSC or GATE, maybe GATE. Second, that is lake. If a soil is transported by one place to another place with the help of the lake, then that soil is known as lacustrine soil. Okay. Next, if by transported by sea, then it is known as marine soil. This is very important, that is wind. If a soil, very fine soil, is transported by wind, because wind is not moving very highly. If soil transported by wind from one place to another place, that is known as Eolian soil. Example, loess, sand dwell or loess. If any soil transported by gravity, that is known as colloidal soil. You know gravity, what is gravity? Newton. Example, talus. Talus is an example of the gravitational soil. If a soil is transported by ice, that is glacier, that is known as the glacier soil. The example of the glacial soils are drift or till. 7th, gravitational force are the predominated in a gravel and sand surface forces, chemical forces, electric or predominated in clays. The various forces acting on a clay, acting on a soil, it forms clay or sand, whatever it may be. Important soil designations. Various soil designations we have to see. That is, first one is a varve soil. Varve soil contains alternate thin layers of clay and silt, generally a lacustrine deposit. We know what is silt and clay. There are the classification of soil according to their sizes. Clay is a very fine, silt is a medium fine. Varve soil means the alternate layers of clay and silt, that is known as the varved soil. Next one is murum. We all know what is murum. In a construction material, for the filling material is murum, that is soil. How define murum? Let us see. It is a gravel mixed with a red clay. When a gravel, what is the size of a gravel? We know the size, which is more than 4.75 mm to 20 mm, that is known as gravel. When the gravel mixed with a red clay, it forms a particular type of soil, that soil is known as murum. Next soil is a loam. Loam is a mixture of sand, silt and clay in approximate proportion. What is a proportion? We all know what is a proportion. Means proportion means bhag. You know, in Marathi, proportion called bhag. In equal proportion. If we take sand 2 kg, silt must be 2 kg, clay must be 2 kg. Okay, that is approximately equal proportion. Not 2 kg, 1.98, 1.99 kg will be acceptable. Okay. Next, bentonite. Bentonite is one type of a structure, one type of a mineral which is available in the soil. But there is a bentonite is one type of a soil. Let us see what is that. It is a decomposed volcanic ash, contains a high percentage of clay minerals. I said that the bentonite is a one type of a mineral. Okay, decomposed volcanic ash, contains high percentage of clay mineral. Clay minerals. Let us see what is the clay mineral by one. Monomontolite. What is monomontolite? Monomontolite is the property of a soil or a mineral of the soil which having property large swelling and large shrinking. What is swelling and shrinking? Swelling means the volume of this soil get increased by wetness, and shrinkage means the volume of the soil get decreased or reduced due to temperature. That is monomontolite. Remaining part we will see in next lecture. Okay.